I could free hit in game week 11. My chip strategy is slowly coming into play, but in today's transfer plans video, we're going to take a look at the possible transfers and changes I can make to my squad ahead of that game week 11 deadline. So, let's get into this. Welcome back to the channel and the transfer plan series. We're going to take a look at how we did in game week 10 and then look at my transfer plans for game week 11, which could include a free hit for game week 11. I'm super excited that my chip strategy is slowly coming into play at the end of this first half of the season. Of course, I hit 1,000 subs at the weekend and it's all thanks to you guys. But if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, don't worry, you're not too late. Go ahead and subscribe for future FPL content and deadline streams. And while you're down there, if you want to support further, go ahead and drop a like. The like goal is 10 likes on today's video. But how are we getting on in game week 10? Of course, it's still going on. Sunderland and Everton are still due to play this evening. I'm hoping for 3 points for my team, Sunderland, and of course I'm hoping for a clean sheet for Mukele, who is still yet to play within my side. But let's have a look at who played and how many points they got me this game week. So far, a very decent game week, put me up to 1.3 million in the world. Triple Arsenal defence, again, unbelievable, and Gabriel just doing what Gabriel does. Of course, I kind of doubted the captaincy on Gabriel. I was a little bit worried that an attack and return might not come from in this fixture, or Burnley might just get a stupid goal, but 12 points, you know, you can't complain whatsoever. Gabriel's probably, definitely the best defender in the game. I mean, he's just ridiculous, isn't he? Anderson coming back from injury, getting me 6 points against a Wolves side that look absolutely atrocious and will potentially be targeting them in my free hit team this week. Mo Salah, again, a goal, back-to-back goals. Of course, it was a little bit gifted to him from Martinez, but at the end of the day, he was there putting the pressure on. He scored the goal. I'm still so happy to own him ahead of the good fixture run. Bruno Fernandes, 5 points, can't really complain. I think he'll just tick away in the majority of weeks, getting these 5-4 pointers, and then some weeks coming away with a little bit more, and of course more inclusion into bonus points. He's normally pretty good for bonus points in FPL. Enzo and Reinders and Calvert-Lewin all blanking. Of course, Enzo did get his clean sheet, but got a yellow card in the process. Reinders was an interesting one because he actually started on the bench with a potential injury. It's not great to hear, of course, going into a free hit. It's maybe another transfer I'll have to use down the line after the free hit, but he's going into a really good fixture run. I'm hoping he can nail his place down again after this slight injury scare, this slight knock that Pep's sort of described to us. But of course, this week, really not happy with that 1 pointer. But what can you do? Then you've got Calvert-Lewin with 2 points. Doing what Calvert-Lewin does, absolutely nothing for 5.5. Do I really complain too much? No, because the higher price assets in the team are really carrying through with some of the cheaper ones, you know, hitting and missing through the game weeks. But Haaland, he doesn't miss. He never misses. 26 points on captaincy this week. It was really a toss-up between him and Mohamed Salah, and Haaland just scored a few more points than Salah this week, so we made the right decision with Erling Haaland. But overall, game week 10, big success. Let's now look at game week 11 and how the team could look going into game week 11 before the deadline with that free hit chip in mind. Now, so far, without the free hit chip, this was how the team was looking. Still got that triple Arsenal setup with Sunderland away from home. You've got Anderson back from injury against Everton away. You've got Rodon against Forest, away at Forest. All away fixtures for the back line. Doesn't get much better in the midfield with only Enzo Fernandez having a home fixture. You've got Salah with City, Bruno with Spurs, who, you know, look really shaky at the moment, so I think Bruno could be an inclusion within within free hit, regardless of him being the team this week. You've got Stach, who isn't getting a lot of minutes for Leeds. Of course, he's just coming back from injury. Maybe we can expect that. Forest away again. Haaland's Liverpool at home isn't too bad, and that's why he's captained. It was really, you know, a decision between him and Enzo Fernandez, or potentially Bruno Fernandes this week, and then you've got Calvert-Lewin as well. The team looks okay. I feel as though with transfers, I definitely could survive. you know, it's just a case of stature's an issue, Reinders could be an issue, and I don't particularly like the fixture clash between the City boys, the Liverpool asset of Mohamed Salah. I would like to sell Mohamed Salah this week on a free hit to spread the money around. So yeah, let's take a little look at how a free hit is currently looking for my side, and it is a bit of a mess right now. I'm kind of interchanging different players, but I think I'm at a place now where I'm pretty happy with how things look. 8 changes made overall. We're keeping double Arsenal defence. I still feel like triple Arsenal defence is probably the way to go moving forward, but the double this week seems a bit better with Sunderland away. We'll see how Sunderland perform tonight against Everton. I'm hoping they do well, and if they do look pretty good at home, then maybe the double Arsenal defence is the way to go. You've got Chalobah of Chelsea. I think this Wolves home fixture for Chelsea is absolutely fantastic, and that's why I went triple up on Chelsea with this draft in particular, and then Keane as well from Everton with a decent home fixture against Fulham. And I'm not fully made up on Everton assets right now, but I do have 2 of them within this side with that home fixture of Njai as well. Really impressed by Njai this season. He's got decent underlying numbers in terms of attacking data, and of course can contribute to DEFCON as well. We've seen it in the past few fixtures. He does get pretty decent numbers. Bruno, like we mentioned just previously, stays in the side with that Spurs away fixture. I don't know what it is with Spurs. Maybe they've fallen back down a little bit after, you know, a decent start to the season under Thomas Frank, but things just didn't seem right in that Chelsea fixture. Van der Ven and Jed Spence ignored Thomas Frank walking off the pitch. It looked a bit hostile. So maybe Bruno in this free hit team does actually quite make sense. You've got Enzo as well, Wolves at home. I think he's a very, very good captaincy option this week against Wolves. So, you know, that's something to consider on penalties, most likely. You've got Saka included as well with Sunderland away. Now, that's not a decision that I'm fully made up on. That could be someone else, maybe Gyökeres, someone who's more involved and closer to the box. But I'm not 100% on that Saka move right now. That's kind of a move that I could potentially change. You've got Mateta against Brighton at home. I think that's a good fixture. Mateta looked really great, and of course always has great attacking data. You know, Ismail Assar could join the side instead, but right now we've got Jean-Philippe Mateta on penalties. And then I've gone Liam Delap of Chelsea. Now, this is kind of a one where I'm just throwing out there for now. It's most likely going to be João Pedro in this position. But I do think if Delap comes back, plays in the Carabao fixture, looks okay, and is kind of hinted to start within the Premier League against Wolves, I think it could be a really decent differential option on a free hit. So we could potentially see Liam Delap start for me as a free hit striker in this team, and then we're going to remain with Erling Haaland. He is currently captain here, but I do feel as though Enzo Fernandez could steal the armband this week. But I like the look of the side. You know, you got decent bench coverage with some West Ham assets after beating Newcastle. That was quite funny to watch as a Sunderland fan. But Diouf, Potts as well, you know, sort of cheap assets to cover the bench. I don't think any of the assets in the team are kind of like, you know, starter risks. There's maybe Chalobah who could come out for a rest, but you know, you've got Diouf first on the bench there. So overall, the free hit team, currently the first draft looks okay. I'm somewhat happy with it. I feel as though Saka and Jai, Keane and Delap are kind of like up in the air at the moment. They could be someone else potentially, but I'm pretty happy with the other assets there. It'll be interesting to see how that develops in this week, basically, for free hit. And of course, I'm probably going to make a better updated draft in the coming days for free hit game week 11, so make sure you're looking out for that. But currently, this is what the free hit team looks like for game week 11. You can expect regular FPL content this week, so make sure you're looking out for my next videos. And of course, a massive thank you for your support on today's video and the channel. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and drop a like. And if you're not yet subscribed, do consider subscribing for future FPL content and FPL streams. But that is everything for today's video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.